Okay, welcome to a step-by-step process of building an online sales funnel. Let's go ahead and jump right in here. What you'll learn is we'll do a quick introduction, just exactly what is a sales funnel and the components of that sales funnel. And then really the three most important parts of that sales funnel, which is your landing page, the traffic you're going to drive to that page, and then, of course, the all-important follow-up sequences and automation. Now, just as a quick overview here, we'll kind of buzz through this fairly quickly. But really, the need to build an effective sales funnel, it's essential, right? For your business to attract and convert new customers and keep them coming back for more. In a nutshell, sales funnel is a marketing system that leads someone through a systematic process with the goal of purchasing your product or service, right? So converting basically a lead into a customer. The idea is to turn that lead into a prospect and that prospect into a customer who finally becomes a repeat customer, buying over and over again. And really, the over and over again is the important key there. And automating your sales funnel, your email sequences is extremely important to get to that goal. So really, what are leads, prospects, and customers? Leads, anyone who is aware of your business or someone who has decided to chase for a sale. A prospect is someone who is either you've had contact with in your business or is interested in what you have to offer. They've signed up to, say, your newsletter or a lead magnet, which we're going to go ahead and talk about here next, and have shown some interest in some sort of contact with your business or what you have to offer. And then obviously customers are the buyers. So just a quick example of that. You'll see the leads is the top of the funnel there. So you're going to kind of generate this group of folks. You're going to lead them into this funnel, right? Turn them into a prospect, which means they've made some sort of contact with you. They've opted into some sort of giveaway that you've had, some sort of contest. They've basically made that initial contact with you, and then of course converting them to a customer, which is actually money. So money has exchanged hands, and they've now become a customer. So let's jump into those main sections. So really the landing page. And what is a landing page? As the name suggests, it's a page on your website that you're going to lead potential leads to land on after clicking a link from another website. Now that could be from a website, from a blog, from a paid ad, from really any sort of online landing page or traffic generator that you have in your business. Now, the landing page will contain information relating to your product or service with call to actions for the lead to enter their details for more information. 10 simple tips you should follow to ensure your landing page will convert. Make sure the headline on the landing page matches the ad or the link that the visitors have clicked to get there, and that it has a clear message. So it's very important to have that continuity between when they originally, really made contact with you or learned about you or saw, some sort of ad or link somewhere out there on the web. Whatever message that was given to them that made them click, make sure that that's consistent and that same message is on, whatever page, that landing page that you're going to lead them to. Selling weight loss pills and then leading them to truck driving course. It's obvious, but just you'd be surprised how many people make that mistake. And there's really a lot of penalties that go along with that, not only with your customers and just losing trust, but also really if you're running ads or paid ads, it's frowned upon greatly, by people like Facebook. I've actually have a blog article that I just put out in the past few days about how not to get your Facebook account, your ad account banned. That is one of the biggest reasons is basically deceptive messaging and deceptive link bait is really what they call it. So make sure that message is clear. Ensure that the CTA, the call to action, is above the fold, so users aren't required to scroll down to enter their details. What this does is it really establishes trust right away, and I'm just going to show you a quick example here. If you take a look at this page here, you'll notice here, right away, we're telling them, we're not making them scroll through, just pages and pages of content to find out really what you want from them. We're telling you right here exactly what it is that you want, that we expect from them, and we want to give them a very easy way to go ahead and opt in or purchase or whatever it is that you're that you're doing on that page. Now, the all landing page, need to have a single focus and a message. Don't mix different offers. Keep it focused on one message and one product or one offer or one free download. Adding anything more, it really is it's non-beneficial to you. It's just going to confuse the user. They're most likely just to bounce off that page. Add a relevant video. Video is hot. Video is what sells. It's really the lazy way to get for users to really consume that message. They don't want to read. They don't want to scroll. Having a nice video there, you just like I'm doing, just simply talking to you. They don't have to be fancy graphics and very expensive production values. Just make sure that it's relevant to the message of your page, and don't waffle. Use lists or bullet points to convey your point. Just kind of get to it. Everybody's kind of go. So just get to your point as quickly as you can without too much waffling back and forth. Another great thing, great tool to use here is just to implement A/B testing to see which landing page works best. Just simply throwing one out there, may not be enough, and it's really not enough to know. You may think you're having great success, but how do you know you couldn't have even 10 times that amount of success with some other sort of landing page where maybe the message is switched up a little bit, worded in a different way, maybe the landing page itself is laid out a little differently. A/B testing is a great way to do it. It's inexpensive and it gives you the best results and some actual real data and some real intelligent data that you can go by before you start investing a lot of money if it's paid ads. To get them to these landing pages, obviously you want to optimize those ads to give you the highest ROI. Use cues such as text, images, or videos that direct the visitor's attention to the CTA. So make sure it's very clear where that CTA is, whether it's the size of the CTA or arrows pointing to it, or you in a video telling them, hey, below this video, go ahead and click to do something. Have your product or service being used on the landing page if possible. I guess that works great for, if it's a software product, having that actual piece of software, if possible, on the page is always key. You get to a page where somebody's selling you a piece of software to implement on a website and you don't use it, that doesn't look too good for you. Now, if it's a physical product, I think it's always best to and have the best results really with a kind of a demonstration of that physical product, if possible. Granted, there's some products out there that just don't need explanation, but if you have anything that you can possibly show the user how it's used and give them some context around that, I think that's also a great way to get them to opt in. Now, use social proof. Social proof is fantastic. Testimonials, anything that you can provide the user, reviews, if it's physical products, or software product for that matter. Broadcast that. Be proud that people are happy to use your product. They're happy with you as a business. Go ahead and share that. That's a big booster for visitors. Offer a free trial or a guarantee to provide a customer some sort of safeguard when buying. For all of our product launches, we always provide a 30-day money-back guarantee. People are much more, they want to opt in that way. There's a little bit of protection there. They say, okay, hey, I can give this a shot. If it doesn't work or it's not what I expected, at least I can get my money back in that 30 days. To tell you, I don't know the exact number, but by offering that, I guarantee we have a 90% retention rate, just because they feel comfortable buying it, and once they get into the product or the training series, they understand, they realize, okay, yeah, wow, this really was worth it. Their mind is at ease, but it just gives them that that little extra cushion to go ahead and purchase now. Okay, so let's jump over to that next part there, which is really your traffic and driving that traffic to your landing page. We want targeted leads, right? You could throw out that broad net, which works in some cases. How do we really know what our audience is until we kind of start testing that, especially with maybe a Facebook ad or Google AdWords, something that we're paying for. We want to kind of cast that net out there and just see who bites, really, and then start to segment that audience. And what we learn, it's gonna definitely get us more targeted towards our leads, and of course be less expensive, for ad buys in the future. And really, there's two types of traffic. There's free and there's paid. So let's take a look at the free traffic. Email marketing. Obviously, if you already have an email list of customers, great way of turning prospects into customers. They've opted in for something free that you've given them through a lead magnet, which I've said we'll discuss here in a minute. Go ahead and email that list. Keep building that trust. Great way to a free source of traffic to anything that you're offering. Leverage your blog. If you have a blog, find out your most popular blog posts. Insert a relevant CTA to redirect them to your landing page. Use that free traffic. If something's been out on the net a while and the search engines have picked it up and it's ranking well, go ahead, use that as best you can. Insert those CTAs and test. It goes back to A/B testing. Try different CTAs on different posts and see what's converting for you. And social media, a great way to get free exposure really is just create a Facebook fan page. Give something away right on Facebook. They have form collection on there for you to collect that buyer information and give them something free. Build a community. Use the groups feature. If you have a specific niche that you're familiar with and want to share that knowledge, it's a great way to do it, and it's free. And it's viral. I mean, we all know Facebook and the way people share and like. It's a fantastic way to build that kind of free traffic. Guest posting, also another way. If you are comfortable with, and a decent writer, you could post an article on another website that relates closely to your business. Just reach out. I mean, business is all about making relationships. Reach out to that person. Say, hey, I've got knowledge about this, a certain subject. Would you mind if I throw out my article? Would you think about posting it for me onto your website? And you just work out some sort of a beneficial deal. They're not just going to throw it up on your website, drive traffic to your site for nothing. I mean, that's just the way it goes. But it's a great way to reach out and build a relationship. So let's take a look at some paid traffic sources. Now, there's the pay-per-click, like a Google AdWords, involves creating a small advert that redirects users to your landing page when clicked. There's tons of training around just how to optimize that for your keywords, what the spend should be. I would recommend maybe, looking into that a little bit more if that's something that you're interested in. The method I use mostly is Facebook ads. I find it to be most targeted. I find it to be one of the most probably trafficked and popular social media sites out there, and I've had excellent success and results with paid advertising through Facebook. There's a brand new feature that Facebook just released called lead ads, which is basically, it was originally developed for mobile use, because what it does is we've all seen an ad on Facebook, right? So it's hey, download such and such a thing for free. Click here now to download it. So you click, and what this does is it actually just loads that form right there on Facebook, where you can collect, name, email, and whatever other form fields you want. And it just collects that information right there and really never takes them off site. There's a few things that are still missing from that particular feature. But it makes people, when you're on a mobile phone, filling out forms is a little bit rough sometimes. So if you can click that button, what it'll do is it'll also auto-populate based on your Facebook information, your name and your email right there. So they really have 2 clicks, right? Tap it to download, tap it to submit, and you're done. So there's lead ads that you can push out there. There's Facebook ad campaigns. And promoting posts. If you're a blogger, promote those posts. I've done it many times. It works fantastic. A way to drive people not only just to your site, so they can start to look around a little bit. And possibly be clicking on other CTAs from other posts. It just generates, gets them onto your site and gets them clicking around. All right, so now really one of the most important parts of a sales funnel is what I call customer value optimization. So what this is, the point of this is to increase the number of customers, increase the average transaction value per customer, and increase the number of transactions per customer. Okay, so these are 3 very important points. And what I'm going to do is walk you through these 3 points and how you can accomplish that goal. So you had heard me earlier mention lead magnet. A lead magnet is really just an irresistible bribe offering a specific chunk of value to a prospect in exchange for their contact information. And what this is going to do, it's going to increase our number of customers, hopefully, right? Make no mistake, really, although no money is changing hands here, it's a very powerful transaction. It's really often your first transaction that you'll have with your prospect. you really do need to provide, some tremendous value with your lead magnet. Usually, and actually, let's go ahead and click on to some examples of this. A guide or a report, a cheat sheet, or some sort of a handout based on your product, a toolkit, a resource list, some video training, a software if it's software download or a free trial. These are just some lead magnet ideas. People love things for free, and they will opt in if there's value. And once because it's your first real contact with the customer, you have to make sure that value is there, because it really starts to begin, to add trust. Now, specificity is key to this lead magnet. They don't have to be lengthy or complex. You simply need to solve a specific problem with a specific solution for a specific segment of your market. That is the whole point of a lead magnet. You've seen these all over, I'm sure, on Facebook, Google Ads, everywhere, about here, download this for free, download that for free. As long as you provide value, these things will really start to build that, your email sequence. Okay. Now, the next step in this is the tripwire offer. Okay, so this is to increase the number of customers. So a tripwire is an irresistible, super low ticket offer, usually between $1 and $20. It exists for one reason only, and that's to convert prospects into buyers, right? So you've built trust with your lead magnet. Now you want to convert that prospect into a buyer and actually have a financial exchange. Again, keeping these low, low end. People aren't going to just go out and spend $1,000 after just because they've had one free download from you. You have to build that trust, and it's in steps. After the user opts into a lead magnet, the tripwire offer usually should follow within, I'd say, 1 to 3 days. After that initial submission, and really there's so much that you can go in through this series. I'll touch on a little bit at the end about automation and how we can really kind of turn this into just really a machine. So your tripwire offer, is again, it fundamentally changes that relationship from prospect to customer. And again, you're not trying to make a living from selling tripwire offers. You're just trying to acquire buyers because there's nothing more valuable than a list of buyers. Let me say it again. There's nothing more valuable than a list of buyers. And that is the truth. That will flip right back to your email list, which is now free, right? Because you've already acquired them onto your list. And now you can continue to market to them once you've built that trust. Now, there's the core offer, which is really where the average transaction value per customer comes in. So it's your flagship product. If you follow through on the entire CVO process, you could take everything you make from a core offer and reinvest it to acquire more customers, right? So whatever you're making off of this core offer, take it and flip it around and start again from the lead magnet and start again and keep rinse and repeating. And before you know it, your list is going to be massive. As long as you keep providing value, provide good customer service, and provide good content, you can just keep rinsing and repeating and building and building and building. Now, the profit maximizer is really the number of transactions per customer, and the goal is to increase the average transaction value per customers, right? And these are usually your cross-sells, okay? So Amazon does a fantastic job of it. We've all been most likely on Amazon, where they're going to offer you tons of different related items to what you've purchased, what other people are purchasing. You want to use that same kind of concept, if you can, if you have that amount of product. But that profit maximizer is, you've already built that trust. So, here, try this. It's similar to what you have. Here's what other customers have done, and so on. Now, the automation. Okay, so the automation is the gas on the fire. Now, this is really something that you're going to run through, an autoresponder service like ActiveCampaign is one of them. GetResponse. There's hundreds of them. You're going to send them through different email sequences depending on their actions. Okay, so here's where I said before, is that kind of rinse and repeat. Once you've kind of you've built that trust, you can basically see through a lead magnet. Let's just take the lead magnet to start with. So on that lead magnet, you're going to have two paths to take, correct? Either the user is not going to do anything, or they're going to do something. Okay, so right away they've opted in. So you know that there's interest. Now the tripwire is going to come next. So this is usually sent 1 to 3 days after. Now you have some choices there. So you already have the contact in your autoresponder, correct? So they can do one of two things. They can take the offer, or they don't. Okay, now you can then segment from there to send them in a different path. Okay, so the one who opted in, you probably would want to send them then onto your core offer, or maybe another tripwire. It depends. There's many different ways you could organize that sequence. And if they don't, you can either choose to resend it or send it in a different way. Talk to them, send them a survey, ask them what they want. But there's two separate paths now that you can take. And as you can see, that's going to keep spidering. So, on that yes path, if I opted in for the tripwire, I've sent them to the core. They didn't buy the core, or they did buy the core. Now you have two more paths that you can take and lead a user down. It's interesting to watch what happens to a user as you go through this entire automation. Because you have some people that just want something for free. Okay, so they're out, they're unsubscribed, by the second email. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But those are the ones you don't want to concentrate on. You want to concentrate on the ones that are getting further and further down that funnel. So as you can see, there's a ton of training. There's a ton of different sequences that you can run through that I can't really cover all in this video. Now. I want to thank you for taking the time to at least kind of get into the basics of building an online sales funnel. We do have a more in-depth training. As I said, we've got probably a good 20, 30, maybe 10 to 15 hours worth of training on how to automate a sales funnel, to recognize and use sales triggers, to walk you through about 9 of our most successful launches, which have generated over $3 million in the past year, just built on creating the right sales funnel, the right upsell sequence, the right email sequence is all extremely important. There's a ton of money being left on the table for folks that don't know how to implement this strategy. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and take a look. It's www.funnelstack.com. And thank you again for joining me. Hi, this is Keith. I hope you found that tutorial informative. If it's something that you got value from, I'd really like to talk to you about a more deeper look into sales funnels and creating those funnels as well as automating them. My partner and I, Mark Thompson from Digital Kickstart, over the years, we've created dozens of products, dozens of training courses, and have produced over 20 million in sales during that time. However, the one thing that really kind of accelerated our business was implementing sales funnels, and we didn't even have sales funnels or use them or have one in place back in the early days, a few years back. And once we really learned and tested and started to implement a proper sales funnel, that's when we really saw our profits start to skyrocket. So I wanted to show you the training course that we designed called Funnel Stack. And what we're going to do is we're going to take you into the first module here of the Rock Solid Foundation. So we're going to talk about some high-level strategy, getting you in the right mindset about how you can build out a profitable sales funnel, as well as different business models and how to apply the sales funnels to each of them. Now, we'll also go into funnel triggers. Now, triggers are, we found that these triggers are really almost the same, no matter what you were really selling, whether it was a high-ticket item, coaching, software, that these triggers that we identified were really just being repeated, just really and just crafted to, whatever specific type of product that you were selling. So we're going to go ahead and get into those much deeper. Also, we're going to show you implementation and automation. So how to implement your sales funnel and how to basically turn it on autopilot. Where you can continue to use the same methods over and over again and let automation do the work for you. Now, we'll also touch on a bit on finding qualified contractors, to help you with your business. And we're also going to talk about retention. Retention was one of the funnels that really, we really saw a nice boost in profit. Keeping the customers that you currently have, keep them happy, keep them engaged. It really leads to a higher lifetime value, and that's the key, to really any sales funnel is having that high lifetime value, per customer. Now, we're also going to include a few fast action bonuses. There's a funnel x-ray roundup where we actually show you our funnels that we've used, the revenue that was generated from them, something that we've never shown before. We also have some pre-built funnel templates for you, trigger labels to download, fill-in-the-blank swipes, funnel checklists, and some spam words to avoid when you're automating your email marketing series, and implementing that in your sales funnel. So if it's something you're interested in, I suggest take a look at it. We're going to get much deeper into sales funnels. You're going to learn a lot. You're basically going to learn everything that took us years of tweaking, to discover. So you can go ahead and click on the annotation on the video here, or scroll below. In the description is a link to funnelstack.com. Thanks.